My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine and the most caring doctor in medicine. After more than 30 years at high level in medicine, Dr. B wants to remind you to please never forget that Dr. B genuinely loves you. Dr. B genuinely cares about you, and I swear to God, I say this from the bottom of my heart. Today, Dr. B wants to talk to all of you who are athletes about this condition called exercise-induced hypertension. Exercise-induced hypertension. EIH. Some people put it EIH. Exercise-induced hypertension. Means hypertension, high blood pressure, that is not present when you are resting because you're an athlete, but occurs when you exercise. Remember that a normal blood pressure in an adult, healthy like you, because you exercise, right? A normal blood pressure should have a systolic, the top number, less than 120, and the diastolic less than 80. Both conditions must be met. My resting blood pressure, Dr. B, 50 years young, my systolic blood pressure, the top number at rest, is about 100. And the bottom number is somewhere between 65 to 70. I have the blood pressure of a baby. And I posted videos about my diet and everything that has helped me to achieve this amazing baby blood pressure. Think about it, around 100 and around 65 to 70. But as long as you are less than 120 millimeters mercury and not a diastolic less than 80, you are good. You're doing good. You're going to age gracefully, right? Obviously, you need to not have diabetes and other things. But a lot of you guys who are, especially those who are in endurance training, means you are running. You like to run, you like to swim long distance, you like to bike, you are into 5Ks, semi-marathon, marathons, biking every weekend, going into these hills in California or anywhere else with your bike and enjoying high endurance training, right? There is some, obviously you are healthy, otherwise you wouldn't be able to run 5K, 10Ks, 20Ks, marathon, half marathon, swim back and forth for 100 times, 100 laps and everything. Obviously you are healthy and your resting blood pressure is, I'm sure, like Dr. B, that of a baby, right? Less than 120 and less than 80. But that doesn't mean that you are immune. Despite you being extremely fit, it doesn't mean at all that you are immune from exercise-induced hypertension, EIH, and you might have that. So, you're going to tell me, what does exercise-induced hypertension means? It means, again, your resting blood pressure values are normal, but your blood pressure during exercise, which normally should increase, it increases too much. Too much. It is normal when you run, when you bike, when you do aerobic exercises, when you swim, when, like Dr. B, you go to the gym 2 hours a day, right? That your blood pressure increases during exercise. That's normal because your heart needs to pump more blood and your cardiovascular system pump more blood to your muscles so that you can run, right? That's normal. But it should not increase by too much. So these are the values. Pay attention to this. Your top number, if you are a man, top number, you are developing exercise-induced hypertension if your top number, the systolic, goes above 210 millimeters mercury. 210. If you are a woman, you have exercise-induced hypertension if your top number goes above 190 millimeters mercury. This is values for adults 18 years and above. So whether you're 20, 30, 50, 40, 100, and you're running, jogging, biking, exercising, anything during exercise, especially, of course, where the cat, so did I put it? High intensity endurance training, right? Be careful. Make sure that you do not have exercise-induced hypertension. Make sure that your number, the top number during exercise, doesn't go above 210, and your bottom number, if you are a man and if you are a woman, doesn't go above 190. This is the biological symbol for a woman. This is the biological symbol for a man. 210, above that is abnormal, above that is the bottom number, the diastolic, for both gender, should not go more than 20 milliliters mercury from rest. So when you measure your blood pressure at rest, and your diastolic, the second number, let's suppose it is at 70. During exercise, even high intensity exercise, it should not go more than 70 plus 20, which is 90. So for both genders, the lower number should not go more than 20 millimeters mercury than what it is at rest. My resting blood pressure, the second number, the lower number that we call the diastolic, is usually around 70, 65 to 70. So if I do my gym, if I run on the treadmill or the bike, then I shouldn't be going more than 90, right? Otherwise, then I have exercise-induced hypertension. Exercise-induced hypertension. So make sure that you take your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your kid, whoever it is, right? And when you are on the treadmill or the bike, you wear one of these. You wear it before you start running. So you have the cuff like this. The cuff is on your arm, right? Right, like that. And you start running. You give the monitor to your wife or your kid or your girlfriend or your husband or your boyfriend or somebody at the gym who is your friend, and you tell him to hold this, and while you are running with the cuff, right, when you reach your peak exercise, which is defined by your heart rate, maximum heart rate at 220 minus your age, right, minus your age. Then get your blood pressure. Tell that person to push on the button. And relax a little bit this arm so that you're not running like that. Relax it, but keep running with this one, or slow down a little bit the pace at which you run for maybe less than 30 seconds so that the machine can take your blood pressure, and do 3 measurements and get their average and see how you fare, how you are doing. Make sure you do 3 measurements at 5 minutes interval, and then you go back to your maximum heart rate, 220 minus your age, and you slow down a little bit. You relax this arm by your side while you are still running, and allow that person to push on this button and to take again the second time your blood pressure at peak exercise. Then you do it with the third time, and you average the top and bottom values of these 3 measurements that you have done at 5 minutes interval while you were at peak exercise. And then if your top number goes above 210 if you're a man, or 190 if you are a woman, or your bottom number, the diastolic, goes more than 20 millimeters mercury from what it was at rest, then you have what we call exercise-induced hypertension. I would like to remind those of you who are above the age of 50, when you run and you want to go at your peak aerobic capacity, do not go to your maximum heart rate of 220 minus your age. Just go at 80% of that, because it's too risky relatively after the age of 50 to run all the time or to bike all the time at your maximum heart rate, which is 220 minus your age. If you're young, go ahead. Below 50, go ahead. So if you're a 20-year-old, 220 minus 20 years old means 200 beats per minute, right? Buy yourself one of these EKG smartwatches, right, also called cardiovascular smartwatches, and run and bike or do the treadmill or the stationary bike, and go. Feel free to run at the 100% of your maximum heart rate. But if you are 50 or above like me, I just go to maximum 80% of my maximum heart rate, right? So you get 220 minus your age. You see what it is, and you multiply that by 80% if you are 50 and above. Don't go to 100% of your maximum heart rate if you are 50 and above. There's no point. There's no health benefit. There's a little bit of few risk of sudden cardiac death. A little bit, and a little bit risk of AFib. It's just not worth it. But there is no benefit. There is no benefit once you have reached 50 and above to run or to bike at 100% of your maximum heart rate, which is 220 minus. Absolutely no benefit compared to somebody like Dr. B. I'm 50 right now, who is running only at 80% of my maximum heart rate, right? So make sure you take the three values, you average them, and see how you fare. If you don't have exercise-induced hypertension, good for you. But make sure that every 6 months you check yourself, or at least once a year, because maybe today you don't have EIH, but maybe in 6 months, maybe in 1 year, maybe in 2 years, who the catso knows, only God knows the future, you will develop it, right? Now, if you don't have it, good for you. If you have it, what should you do? Now, here is an excellent medication for you that is extremely safe, that has been studied and used for decades. First, you need to talk about it to your doctor, to your family doctor. Tell your family doctor, listen, doctor, I listen to Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine and the most caring doctor in medicine on YouTube. And he told me, because I'm an athlete, I'm an endurance athlete, that I need to check myself for exercise, where the catso it is, exercise-induced hypertension. And even though my blood pressure is always normal at rest, it turns out that I do have exercise-induced hypertension based on these values, doctor, the systolic, the top number, and here is the diastolic. So, doctor, what do you recommend I do? And of course, most of the time, family doctors don't know any catso about exercise-induced hypertension, right? They know about regular hypertension, but they don't know about exercise-induced hypertension, because unlike Dr. B, family doctor, regular doctor are not cardiovascular imaging experts like Dr. B, who works at one beautiful cardiovascular clinic where we specialize in those diseases of the heart and the entire cardiovascular system. But for you to know, if your doctor doesn't know anything about it, or your doctor doesn't give a catso, make sure you ask him to refer you to a beautiful cardiovascular clinic where an expert like Dr. B will be able to tell you what to do after checking your heart. Of course, usually we put you on a beta blocker that is cardioselective. A beta blocker is a class of medication that fights high blood pressure, whether at rest or during exercise. And one of the best beta blocker, which is a class of medication. There's different classes of medications that we can give for high blood pressure, right? It depends on your age. It depends, are you pregnant or not? How old are you? Are you 20? Are you 10? Are you 20? Are you 50? Are you 100? Everything depends. Do you have any other conditions or not? So the choice of the type of medications for high blood pressure depends on who you are, right? Medicine has to be individualized, has to be tailored to the individual patients, means you. But for people who are young, who are athletes, who are runners, who are into long distance running and biking, blah, 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 into endurance training, if they do have exercise-induced hypertension, we put them on a beta blocker, and the best one is metoprolol. Has been around for decades, so we know it is absolutely safe. And we give you metoprolol, which is going to slow down your heart rate during exercise. It will lower this massive increase of high blood pressure during exercise, and will bring you back to a normal blood pressure during exercise. Again, I repeat, it is normal for your blood pressure to go up during exercise, obviously, but it should not go too much. And I gave you again this value. You can review the video, but here are their values. The top one shouldn't be more than 200 for men. Women shouldn't go above 190 for a woman, and the bottom number shouldn't go more than 20 more compared to the resting values. And then this beta blocker, which is cardio-selective, which acts only on your heart, will of course bring back your blood pressure to normal values during exercise, and you will be happy and you can keep going and age gracefully and not damage your brain and your heart and your kidney by this exercise-induced hypertension during your high-intensity training. And make sure, again, I repeat, where the cut, did I put it, that you must not, if you are 50 and above, make sure that you don't run to your maximum heart rate, 220 minus your age. Run at 80% of this value, because there's absolutely no benefit in running at 100% of your maximum heart rate. Once you reach or pass the age of 80, there's absolutely no benefit. There's actually a little bit of few risk. Sudden cardiac death, you see it all the time, these people who are collapsing in the middle of the race because of an acute arrhythmia, or you will develop AFib, atrial fibrillation. It's just not worth it. Just follow Dr. B. I'm 50 years young. I go to the gym 2 hours a day. I do my cardio, then I do my weightlifting, weight pushing, and I never ever go to my maximum heart rate. I go always to 80% of my heart rate. So do not forget, remember, I have no discretion to tell you to take any metoprolol or anything. Only your doctor can prescribe it to you. But if your family doctor, your general practitioner doesn't understand about exercise-induced hypertension or doesn't give a catch about it, make sure they refer you to a cardiovascular clinic where, after checking your heart, like for instance by a doctor expert in cardiovascular imaging like Dr. B, usually you will be prescribed a beta blocker that is cardio-selective, and that usually we call metoprolol. Guys, medicine is a fascinating field. I've been in medicine for more than 30 years and I love it, and I will never retire from medicine. I'm going to keep doing medicine for the next 100 years, God willing, until I die in my sleep in my bed at the age of 100 and healthy. I took the Hippocratic Oath more than 30 years ago when I graduated from medical school, and I promised that I will love every human being the same, regardless of your gender, ethnicity, political affiliation, sexual orientation, whether you're a man or woman or claim to be anything in between, whether you're lesbian, bisexual, asexual, pansexual, polysexual, I don't give a cat. So I love you. I really love you, and I promised I will never ever put my benefit above yours. You will always be above me, and I promised I will only bring you the science, the scientific evidence, and nothing else but the scientific evidence that I have accumulated for the last 30 years, more than 30 years changes in my brain. I love you guys. Thank you. Help me, please. Thank you for your viewership, your comments, your encouragements, your love, and everything, and also your criticisms. I love everybody so that I can improve myself and this channel. Help me, guys, please, to grow this channel so that I can reach more people. Believe me, I'm not here on YouTube for the money, the fame, or the glory. I make a lot of money at our beautiful cardiovascular clinic in this beautiful but expensive city of Mountain View, California. Our clinic is just 5 minutes from my beautiful, pristine apartment. I don't need more money. I swear to God, I don't. Even all the money I make, I put it just in investment in the bank. I don't know what to do with all that money. And I'm never going to retire anyway. So why do I need so much money? I'm going to keep working medicine for the next 100 years, God willing. So I'm not here for the money. I'm here for you. I'm here for mankind. I'm here for the humanity. I didn't go to medical school for money. I'm here to help humans. I'm here to help you. Help me, guys, to grow this channel so that I can help everybody with my knowledge, reach more people. Kapkun Makmak, Kapkun Nakrap, Sawadee Krap. May God bless you and help you to stay always healthy and successful, and also healthy and successful, hopefully, with Dr. B. We're going to age gracefully and die in our sleep, healthy in our bed, God willing, at the age of 100. Put your comments, your question, anything you want to say. I will get back to everybody. I love you guys. I swear to God, I do. I love humanity. I love medicine. Thank you very much for your viewership. I hope to talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.